Is Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time a lesbian? Find out today on The Cool Crew. Okay, just a disclaimer before we start. So, from the title, you might be going in here like, oh my god, whoever is making these claims about our precious Bonnie, I'm going to destroy them. And just let me say some stuff before as a disclaimer. This is not meant to be fact. This is me just kind of making a theory, starting a discussion about Adventure Time, which is one of my favourite shows of all time. I've literally watched it since I was like 4 or something, which is just crazy. I just think some evidence I found could maybe provide some room for discussion. Okay, now I'll explain the title, because it's probably freaking you out. I do not think she's not in some way gay, okay? I'm not saying, oh, she's just, tricking Marceline. It's not that. I'm sure that they're perfect together, straight up. They're perfect together. I just think that she's not a lesbian, because I found evidence that she could be in some way bisexual or pansexual or something like that, but I doubt that she's just a straight up lesbian. This is also not meant to offend anyone, especially people part of the LGBTQIA+ community, of which I am a part of because I am bi. I just think I found some evidence that will present an argument. And I keep saying evidence, let's just get into the theory. So once again, I just want to start a discussion, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but yeah, let's go! So, I decided to brave the internet today, so I went and looked up Bubblegum fan art, which if you don't know what that is, why are you even watching this theory? So basically, if you've been on the internet like, at all, you'll know what fan art is, and you'll know that it can be questionable. So, it was mostly fine, but I keep coming across images of Princess Bubblegum and Marceline with the lesbian flag in the background. I would like to shoot down the first point by saying Marceline is definitely not a lesbian, because she dated Ash. And I know what you might be saying right now to your screen, so what? Lesbians might date guys before they realise that they're a lesbian or before they come out, and that is entirely true, but it is not the case for Marcy. Firstly, she dated PB before Ash, and secondly, she did seem to be in love with him. I mean, until he turned out to be complete and total asshole. So, with that out of the way, I'm gonna go on to Princess Bubblegum, because no matter where I go, I am constantly seeing fan art that will have her photoshopped onto the lesbian flag. In my humble opinion, I think that this is wrong. And honestly, I only think it's wrong because people mainly see things at a base level and don't continue to look into the evidence further. But I don't think she's a lesbian because I have found evidence in the past of her being attracted to guys. Piece of evidence number 1, Mr. Cream Puff. For anyone who doesn't know, Mr. Cream Puff was Princess Bubblegum's boyfriend. Spoiler alert, he was made by Uncle Gumball to distract Princess Bubblegum while he was holding a meeting with Aunt Lolly and Cousin Chicle. Gumball sets up a date between them that makes Pee-wee feel uncomfortable. Right now, you might think this is not a very good point to make, but it seems that she eventually warms up to Mr. Cream Puff, because in the vault, Bonnie says,
all the candy people are like my children, except young Mr. Cream Puff. He's like my boyfriend.
You might argue that this does not sound particularly warm towards him, but in the first ever episode of Adventure Time, she says,
oh, Mr. Cream Puff? We used to date.
In a happy tone, with a warm giggle. See, now the theory is coming together. Piece of evidence number 2, Finn. At the start of Adventure Time, by far one of the biggest ships was definitely Finn and PB. And while we didn't get that for very obvious reasons, Marceline being awesome, we did get some hints that PB might have a crush on him at one particular point in the series, and that would be in the episode Too Young.
Too young! Too young to rule the kingdom!
In this episode, we see Finn hanging out with PB while she is 13 years old. This was the result of a freak accident that I won't go into because it's too hard to explain. So obviously, Finn has a massive crush on PB.
Okay, man, whatevs.
But I have a feeling that PB had the same feelings in return too. Between her comments...
And I wish I could stay.
And her body language.
Okay.
And oh yeah, that one time they kissed at the end of the episode? I feel like she might have also had feelings. Also, yes, I understand the kiss was for her to age again, but still, she didn't look like she didn't enjoy it. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't really know how to end this. in my opinion, she's probably bi or pan or something, but she also might be a lesbian and I'm just completely wrong. I don't really know. I also did just straight up look up, is Princess Bubblegum a lesbian? And it came up with the community has debated over her sexuality, whether being bi or pan or lesbian. Also, some people have theorized that she might be non-binary, which could be completely valid, but I'm not an expert. I think that in their world, sexuality doesn't really exist too much, and they don't label anything, which is really beautiful, and one of the reasons I love Adventure Time so much, because there's so much diversity. So, did you like my first ever theory video? I put up a poll in the community, and a few people said that they wanted a theory video, so I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Leave a comment what you think. Also, leave a comment if you're actually here and not just a bot watching the video. Can bots even watch videos? Comment if you know the answer. Guess I'll see you next time, nerds.